Hey, howdy and happy day. Something profound here. One of our viewers sent it in to me. You got to really think about this. It's about all the elections that we've had in the last couple of years. Hey, you cannot keep from getting mad at people for sucking the life out of you if you keep giving them the straw. A little unusual, but think about that. Okay, the NRA, the National Rifle Association, some of my best people. Hey, this last May in Houston, I was so disappointed. I think it was only a week before the 150th anniversary or the convention, the show. It was to be held and they canceled it because of COVID. That was so disappointing. Everybody liked me. We had so many things ready and booked and meetings and rooms and airplanes and hey. But now they have rescheduled it, same city, kind of the same time, May. It would be the 27th to 29th in 2022. They're saying, hey, there can't be any further changes then, can there? I sure hope not, because the last couple of years with all these cancellations hasn't been nice. However, in January this year, this will be, I think there's been 2 canceled SHOT shows in Las Vegas, and I think this is finally one that's going to happen because Las Vegas is open again. I'm excited about that. I get to go. We go boomity boomity boom boom at the industry day before the show. We get to shoot. I think there's like 800 booths set up with all kinds of firearms that the press and people get to try out and see if they like them, and then they get to talk about them. It'll be a fun time. President Trump, he has a media and technology group now, and it's called Truth, the social network. And it's supposed to launch in November, which is kind of like now. Hey, happy November, finally. Christmas is coming too, you know what? So the Truth would be kind of fun to watch and see what happens. He says, I created Truth social media to stand up to the tyranny of big tech. We live in a world where the Taliban has a huge presence on Twitter, yet your favorite American president has been silenced. This is unacceptable. No kidding. Good bloody grief. New York City, the mayor there, he's a commie through and through. That guy, I don't get it, nobody will ever get it. And he said, hey, y'all got to have vaccines now. You got to get the jab or you can't work for the city. And so upwards to a third of the policemen and 35% of firefighters remain unvaccinated, and they're now out of work. 26 New York City fire companies have shut down fire stations. They're shuttered. What's going on here? Hey guys, good pushback. Most people today can't do the pushback because they need the money. They got dogs and cats and wives and husbands and whatever it is, and they have to work, right? And so they go under great protest, under duress, and yet these guys have stood up for something, and boy, oh boy, them and pilots and other people, good for you. You're setting a darn good example, because the former Centers for Disease Control and Prevention director made an astounding statement just the other day. He said, hey, people, more than 40% of people have died, from COVID in the state of Maryland over the last 8 weeks were fully vaccinated. 40%. That's a little startling. That's not a little, that's a whole bunch startling. And you see this in other countries like Israel and Britain. It's happening. I mean, does that mean you shouldn't get vaccinated? I don't know. That's a personal thing, but you certainly shouldn't have mandates to tell you that you should do it. And hey, on a lighter note, Major League Baseball, the People for Ethical Treatment of Animals, PETA, the animal rights organization, said, hey, we don't like that term bullpen anymore. It's insulting. It's insulting to the players. It's insulting to cows and bulls in particular, and you all got to get rid of it and call it this: the arm band. You know, words matter, they go on to say. Words do matter. The word stupid kind of comes to mind. Spanish people. There's a populist party there in Spain. They're accusing the leftist Spanish government now of increasing immigration to such a level that they're going to replace native standards and nobody will be our color anymore, and we're not happy. Swing over to France. Same kind of thing. 6 in 10 French people say there's a great replacement going on. It's underway, and it's going to destroy our nation. There won't be any French people here anymore. They're Muslims primarily and other people of other colors, and there's no more white Frenchmen. How dare you have done that? Germany. This is a global thing. Everybody's giving pushback. Canada. Oh, you're changing everything. The demographics. People are no longer what they used to be. A Canadian is no longer a Canadian. A Frenchman is no longer a Frenchman. What's going on? I mean, and it's mostly white liberals who are doing this. I guess they don't like the color that they are. Why is that? White's not a bad color. I've been one a long time, a very long time. And you know what? It's not about color. It's about getting on and let everybody do what they want to do. Governments shouldn't be opening the doors up to the people. If you want to move somewhere and I'm white and I want to move into a black neighborhood, isn't that my choice? Should I be moved there because of my color, because some government wacko said that you should kind of change the complexion of the neighborhood? That's not right. We'll all get along if we're left alone. But these countries, major pushback going on. And a lot of these countries, as an interesting point here, have already taken the guns out of the hands of the citizenry, right? That's the first step. You always want to make sure you disarm everybody. Thank goodness for the Second Amendment. Hey, y'all come back. See ya.